Only other players who've done that: Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. So, hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. Should the Vikings re-sign Sam Darnold? They're having a great year, kind of showing that what's his name? Is it Kevin O'Connell? I think it is
Yeah.
O'Connor.
Mhm.
Kind of really showing how that his fluke of a couple years ago is really not that big of a fluke. Right now, Sam
Good
Darnold,
coach. Good coach.
yeah, the coach, yep, yeah, I think he went 13-3, and I think
Yeah.
people said it was a fluke.
He's a
But
good coach.
yeah, right now Sam Darnold is only one of four players in the past 15 seasons to have two touchdown passes, and a passer rating of over 110 of his first 13 games in the season. Only other players who've done that: Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. So Sam is from back in those USC, right? Yeah, he went to USC.
Yep. Mhm.
Yep. Um, and kind of really living up to that hype all of a sudden. He is sitting sixth in passing yards this year with almost about 3,300. He's 1 yard away from 3,300. Tied for third for touchdown passes with 24. And then he only has, well, only, yeah, he does have 10 picks. So hit double digit picks, but obviously having a career year in Minnesota, having 108.1 rating, 68.4 completion yards, and throwing for almost 255 yards per game, and has the Minnesota Vikings, unfortunately, in the fifth seed, but record wise, they are tied with us as
Mhm.
having the second best record at 11-2. So Minnesota Vikings are really, really good, like really good. Um, and it's kind of an interesting conversation because what people don't know, they have JJ McCarthy
Mhm.
still waiting in the wings that they drafted very high. So the question now is, should the Minnesota Vikings re-sign Sam Darnold or Darnold, I'm sorry, because they kind of found that lightning in the bottle, and you could maybe say it's like a little bit Jared Goff ish, where it just works.
Mhm.
Like you have the head coach, you have the offensive coordinator, and you have the quarterback, and it's all in sync, and they just can finish each other's sentences. They know what each other is thinking, and you're seeing that translate on the field right now.
Mhm.
Because Sam was a backup.
Yeah.
He was a backup, and he looks like a franchise quarterback right now.
Yeah. He does.
And honestly, I understand he probably will get a big contract if he leaves, but it's working in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, you know, even though JJ's there, do you sign Sam Darnold to maybe like a 2 or 3 year extension?
It's a very interesting issue, right? Because what do you do if you're Minnesota right now, right? You know you're going to end up paying JJ McCarthy some money within the next few years to see what you got, right? He's
Right.
obviously hurt. Do you, like you said, do you sign Sam for another year, maybe or two? But then what do you do when you have to pay JJ, or do you just kind of just pay him? Like, how does that work? So they're in a very, very tough
How
situation.
long did Aaron sit? 4 years?
Aaron's, yeah, but it's different. It's not the same anymore. Remember, like these 4 year contracts are up, and then they're looking to get paid. So Aaron sat for a good amount of time. Um,
Because Favre was there. He sat behind Favre for like at least 3 years.
yeah, the closest person that did that was Jordan Love.
I was gonna say Jordan Love sat for
Yeah,
a
but
while
then
too.
he had to get the money off of 1 year.
And that's
So
fine.
that's the gamble, right? So is 1 year enough for you to pay this person top tiered quarterback dollars like they did Jordan Love? Do you know if even Jordan Love's that guy? He looks like he's doing pretty good. Is he that 50 to $60 million guy? I guess that's going to happen with JJ McCarthy too.
But even if JJ sits, right? And they sign Sam for like say 3 years, and it comes up, and then they move on for Sam and JJ, and JJ gets the starter. You're not paying him like top five, 50, $60 million a year. You probably pay him top 10 money because that's what you project him to be.
Why won't you?
Because I wouldn't project someone who has never stepped on the field to be paid like the number one quarterback in the league. He's not breaking any records, but I'm paying him as a starting quarterback for sure. What
Yeah.
the going rate is. I'm not just paying him as the top starting or not even top five money. Maybe top 9, 10 ish. You know what I mean? Give him some security. Give him saying
Or
that's how
he
that.
might go. You know what I mean? He might go. Like at the end of the day, like he's going to have the opportunity. I'm not saying that JJ will stay or not stay. Obviously, we're talking 4 years in the future, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, like for instance, Jordan Love only played 1 year, a year and a half, and
Mhm.
he had to get paid the max because he what took him to the playoffs one year,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
He had a good. He had a good year
he
though.
had
He had a
one
good
good
year.
year, and you had to
Yeah.
throw him the book. So if you're willing to do that with JJ McCarthy, you have opportunity. Now back to Sam, because obviously we're talking about Sam. Man, salute to him. He's been through the rough times as an NFL quarterback. He was a number one draft pick for the New York Jets years ago. He became a journeyman for a minute, and now he's found his spot. I think Sam's in a great place. I think he would love to play with Jefferson, and who wouldn't want Jefferson as your star receiver? So I think he would like to stay there. The question is, what does Minnesota do here? If I'm Minnesota, we'll see how the season ends out. See what Sam does, in bigger games in the playoffs. Once I see how he fills out the rest of the season, then I'll know. You know what I mean? If not, then I'm going to go with my JJ McCarthy. If Sam does something special, win a playoff game, and I can really feel confident that he's that guy, then I would definitely sign him.
I think if Sam takes him far and takes him to the Super Bowl and wins, you let
Shit,
him walk. You let him
if he,
walk.
you let him walk, oh, if
I
he
think you
takes
let
you
him
to
walk.
win a Super Bowl,
If he wins, yeah, because you
oh,
get
to win this, to win,
yeah. If
win
he
this,
wins, he gets the ring. But if he takes you to win the Super Bowl, you got to pay him like he's the best quarterback in the league, and I'm not doing that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we
So he
know he's not.
so he at that point he walks. But if he takes you to like the NFC Championship and it's a tight game, maybe a field goal off, I think you run it back with him. I think you pay him another. You give him like another 1 year extension, but you pay him like he's a top 4 or 5 quarterback, and he might fuck around and do it. You know what I mean? He might why not? You just took your team to the NFC Championship. Say what they would probably see. Let me see the bracket if it
I
ended
will
today.
I will want as if I'm saying no less than 2 years
Yeah, but you might be right. Sam might not do it because he knows this is it. Like
yeah,
this is his window
to get
to
them
to, to,
get
to
paid.
cash in.
Yeah.
So he might not do it. So they right now they're the fifth seed and they would play Tampa right now. So if they won, yeah, then they would see Detroit because the lowest seed would go see the highest seed because it'd be Seattle and Green Bay right now. I actually kind of like Green Bay in there. So actually they would come here. They would come to Philly if we take care of business and beat the Commanders. So right now the seeds are Detroit's 1, Eagles are 2, Seattle's 3, and Tampa's 4. And Vikings are 5, Green Bay 6, and then the Commanders are 7. So they would actually, damn, I wouldn't want to see that matchup the way he's playing. We would probably win though.
And it probably won't shake up that way. We still got 6 weeks right left for the season.
Yeah, we got 6 weeks. I don't.
A lot can change.
Well, they can't become the second seed. At
No,
least I don't.
I'm saying a lot can change. I mean, Detroit got a
Yeah.
big one this week. They play Buffalo.
Is that
Um,
this? Oh shit! Is that this week? Is
that
the
is this
Buffalo
week.
game this week?
Mhm.
God
Yeah,
damn! When is that? Is that a Sunday game? I didn't even look at the games yet.
yeah. I think it's a Sunday night game.
That should be prime time. Better be fucking prime time.
Yeah, what day is that? That's the
No,
14th.
it's a 4:25 game. That's ass.
Green Bay Seattle gets the night game.
Yeah, how do you not flex that Detroit game? I mean, Green
Uh,
Bay Seattle should be good. That's almost a playoff game. Actually it is. It's the playoff game. Is it the playoff game? I think it's the playoff game.
who?
Green Bay, Green Bay, Seattle's a preview of the playoff game. They're third and six seeds.
Mm. And then
So
Detroit, so it was a 4 or 5 weeks. 4 weeks? Let me see. So it's only 4 games left. Oh,
yeah,
it's only 4 games left.
let's
So
go
we got
Saquon.
Bills, Bears. Lions got Bills, Bears, Niners. Then they got to play the Vikings. Um,
Yeah, that Vikings game's gonna mean something too.
yeah,
So they'll play. They're playing all four.
Vikings can win that game. Vikings can beat the Lions.
They could. They could. I mean, they need. I mean, they need Buffalo to win. They need if Buffalo wins.
Damn, we that close to it. Damn.
If Buffalo wins and the Vikings win, I'm pretty sure they switch. Vikings would be actually no, yeah. Well, they would be tied. What's their head to head? They lost earlier, didn't they? Yeah, they lost.
This is
Yeah, so
interesting.
so the Vikings they would be tied for the NFC North. Imagine that, right? Imagine this. Imagine the Vikings win, they end up with the same record, and then the week 18 would be for the division. And if the Vikings win that game, the Vikings become the number one seed as long, as long as we don't get it. They get a bye, and then Detroit goes on a road to Tampa.
Mm.
That whole switch.
Who's is there anybody beyond Tampa that can sneak in here?
No. Or what you mean, like in the playoffs in general?
Yeah.
On the fence right now is the Rams. The Rams are turning up a little bit.
Oh, they are the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams are turning up a little bit. Atlanta, I mean, I know they're calling for Pence, but I don't think that's the right move. You didn't pay Cousins. I know he's been bad the last four games, and that's a reason why they're on a 4 game losing streak. But you got to think that he'll get it right against the Raiders. If he doesn't get it right against the Raiders, then Pence coming against the Giants is probably a good matchup.
Damn. Can you imagine if Cincinnati somehow sneaks into the playoffs?
They're not making it in the playoffs. They just lost. No, they won. They
They
actually won.
won. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can sneak. They can sneak in the back door.